This is where you look and you live. Thank you so very much for your company as we continue with the show. And it's now time for the newspaper review. But I started alone, but you know, my co-host has joined us, and we celebrate. Saying,
why are you celebrating?
Yeah, I thought I would skuma alone.
Oh, the whole...
Just a thought.
Yeah. Traumatizing.
Hey, 2 hours.
Hey.
Flying alone up.
How did you do it for 3 months?
You see, now there comes a time.
There comes a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was beyond me. Nature took over.
Yeah, literally.
Exactly. So I had to fit into where nature had pushed me.
Had placed you.
But it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Well?
I am well. Yes. Weekendi. I felt like it was long, you know.
Long?
Yeah, like not long in a bad way, but I feel well rested.
You have rested.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
I wasn't, but I think it's because, I had some guests come over. I think just something different from the norm.
When you have guests, you feel it was long and you have rested. Me, I had guests. We had guests.
Yeah.
And for me, when we have guests,
you feel it's short.
Very. Very. Because you see now with the preparations, all those things, the activities of the day and all.
Yes.
So you feel you are working.
You are working.
Yeah.
Now
you have to cater for them, ensure everything is in order.
Is in order.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because now for me, I feel it's something outside the norm. So it makes me feel like I've had an experience over the weekend. So it feels like a breather, something different from what I'm used to. If I just slept, I would have felt imeisha haraka.
Then that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You feel refreshed, rejuvenated.
Even you can go for leave.
Exactly. See, that's what that's where I'm headed. That now, any day, any week, during the week,
I should expect
anything, kaka surprise. But anyway, karibu sana.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Yeah.
Mid-month, thanking God.
Oh yes, can you imagine?
So the days indeed they are rushing.
They are rushing.
We are thanking God for His goodness and His protection for us individually, as a family, and all. And so, karibu sana.
Thank you so much. I think we should be getting ready for Christmas, because
by the way,
it's like 4 months.
Yeah.
Tukifika August, by the way, it's done.
Yeah.
The year is over.
Tuanze hapo Christmas.
Tuanze kujipanga tena, and it's a cycle all over again.
Now even the decors, they start in late November.
Yes.
In the malls and all.
Yeah.
So you have the Christmas decorations.
So actually, when you get to the embers, the September, when you get there, it's...
now.
It's
Christmas.
Over.
Nova.
Yeah. Nova.
Awesome. It's time for the newspaper review.
Yes.
What's being reported in the dailies this morning?
Yeah, I see the Daily Nation. A surprising story here. Not surprising. I think we expected it. But Lagat is off the hook.
Wow.
That's
surprised.
Gigi is shocked. Perturbed and bombozled.
Wow,
flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I see here Deputy IG Eliud Lagat is today expected to resume work, to resume office after investigations cleared him of any wrongdoing over the death of teacher cum blogger Albert Ojwang in police custody. The police chief was forced to step aside following public pressure and youth-led protests. This is a story covered on page 2. And by the way, even on this same hit, I saw a story in Nanyuki that there's a lady, a 24-year-old woman who was arrested during the Sabasaba protest, and she died in police custody.
Talking of the same, that is the headline
in the Standard.
And they say, oh no, not again. And there is a beautiful photo there of this young girl. And they say, after a day-long standoff between two state security agencies, the police and the prison service, over where 24-year-old Julia Karaoke lost her life, the prison service has admitted she died in their custody, though they claim she arrived already injured. The cold deflection of responsibility, even as a life is lost, echoes the very impunity Kenyans have been protesting against. Now pressure is mounting on President William Ruto to rein in the growing tension and apparent thirst for blood within the ranks of his security forces. And it's a replica of what happened with the late teacher Ojwang, which led to the DIG Lagat stepping down. Because if you remember the initial statements from the IG Kanja and the DCI boss Mohammed, they said that he did not die in police custody. Actually, they said that he died in the cell after banging his head against the wall. It's only after pressure and the demonstrations and all that actually it came to light that it was a well-orchestrated plan to execute the now late Ojwang. And the same thing is now repeating itself. The police and the prison service. You see, because in the Ojwang's case, it was the DCI versus the police. So the police were saying he came in injured. The DCI officers were saying by the time we handed him over to the police in the cell, he was okay. And so, you know, that back and forth. Now we have the police and the prison service. And they were saying for the prison service, they now say by the time they had her, she was injured and she died in custody. And so the question is, who tortured Julia Kariuki, the 24-year-old who is now lying in a morgue?
It's because for injuries to lead to someone's death, that means it must have been severe, and you don't put someone in a cell or even in your custody in that condition. You take them to the hospital. Definitely. And even if you want to stand there as the police officer so that they don't escape, you even chain them while they are in hospital. We have seen receiving treatment
and everything. As they receive treatment, they are police guards guarding the what is it called, the ward, where they have been taken for treatment. But then again, this is a very bad one, and especially as the should I say animosity between the public and the police, because now the public, they are seeing the police as the enemy. Because of such cases, that they are inhumane, that they don't care. You know, there has been a campaign in yesteryears whereby I remember polisi pia ni watu, you know. But then again, when you have such cases where, as you are saying, someone is injured, so ikiwa wewe ni mtu, hauwezi weka mtu who is injured in a police cell
to the point of death.
To the point of death. And so this now is counterproductive in this whole journey of reconciling the public
and the police.
And the police. And so I thought I should share that story now that you have highlighted that story. And it's on page 4.
And unfortunately, it's really unfortunate. And actually, the Gen Zs have now threatened another protest, especially in Nanyuki, over that. And the cycle continues.
The cycle continues, sadly. The cycle
Unfortunately, it continues, and it's really, really sad, because you wonder, why arrest someone who is bleeding to the point of death? You know, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. But we pray for comfort even upon the family. I can only imagine this was a young soul, just 24 years old. And a lady, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really sad. Anyway, allow me to just skim over what else is being reported on the Daily Nation. The top page here is also covering how Realtor, bank staff and cover-up rocked 1.5 billion shillings equity heist probe. That's a story that has been covered on the Daily Nation. I also see Raila and Gachagua, the unlikely kingmakers. They have strong bases but may not run in 2027. This is a story covered on page 5. And still on the Daily Nation, there is more stories being reported. And one of them here has really saddened me. Male teachers dominate TSC misconduct cases in disturbing trend. So it's saying that a disturbing trend is emerging in Kenya's education sector, where male teachers make up the overwhelming majority of those deregistered for misconduct. Many for predatory behavior towards learners. So it's important here even for parents to be keen and careful just to talk to their children and ensure that, they are all doing well. I also see forgery claims emerge in 200 million shillings Anne Waiguru Kitisuru property dispute. So Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru is the legal owner of a 200 million shillings palatial house, also claimed by a lawyer. Former Tetu MP James Ndongo Gethenji sold the High Court. So this is quite interesting. So there is some forgery claims with regards to that piece of land and also house. I see I need prayers. Widow who lost only child in boiler explosion speaks after 7-month hospital stay. This is quite sad. I see as far as horrible accidents go, the one that befell teacher turned businesswoman Joyce Ongombe and her Form 3 daughter Georgina Ooko ranks among the most heart-rending. And indeed, if she has said she needs prayers, may we all pray for her comfort and even for the right thing to be done with regards to that. And I also see inside President Ruto loyalist plan to slay opposition ahead of 2027 polls. President William Ruto's allies insist Kenya Kwanza still has a fighting chance in the 2027 general election, even as the opposition paints a grim picture of a regime on the verge of collapse. This is a story that is covered on the Daily Nation as well. So that's it for the Daily Nation.
All right. And I see here with IBC now in place, countries now preparing for mini elections. Remember, there are a number of constituencies and even wards that don't have representatives in the county assembly and also in the national assembly. And so with the IBC in place, now we will be having mini elections in those places. And Kenya's exports brace for 13 billion shillings blow as Trump tariffs resume. The Kenya Kwanza administration elsewhere has resorted to charging protesters with terrorism, all in a bid to keep its opposition at bay. And why state has resorted to terrorism charges. And then I see here, meet Kenya's running queen, Beatrice Chebet. That's a story that is inside the Standard. Then George Wajakoya, you remember him?
Yes.
He graduated with a second PhD in criminal justice. You can read that as well inside the Standard newspaper. The pullout, health and science pullout, and the story they are going with, alarm as eradicated diseases return. In earlier years, polio and measles were the most dreaded childhood disease, killing or leaving children permanently paralyzed, blind, deaf, and with disabilities. Vaccination has reduced such cases, but failure to vaccinate risks dragging us back to that grim past. It's a story that you can read on pages 4 and 5 inside the Health and Science pullout inside the Standard. And of course, the Business Daily quickly. Farms use 50 billion shillings tax refunds to pay KRA amid cash crunch. So 57% of claims tapped off to offset corporate income taxes. Report shows a significant rise from last year's financial year. You can read that as well. And then I see here small distillers spared factory upgrades, park fees to rise as KWS seeks to plug 12 billion shillings gap. And so Kenya Wildlife Service plans a major increase of park visit fees to bridge a 12 billion shillings annual budget deficit, with entry costs to places such as Nairobi National Park set to more than double. I don't know much, but isn't that counterproductive? So if you have a gap because you have not met a budget, do you resort to doubling the entry fee, or do you try to give incentives so that people can attend? And I don't know. I'm clueless. You know, I'm not an expert. I'm just thinking out loudly. But so that's in the Business Daily.
All right.
And some sports news. Yesterday there was a final of the Club World Cup, which has been going on in the United States.
Is it
And
why you're wearing blue before you even finish?
I can't relate with blue. I'm wearing blue because the team that lost usually wears blue.
Okay.
And unfortunately, they lost.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was supporting the team that wears blue usually.
Yeah.
Not the Blues.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Blues won. That was shocking.
Oh, really?
I don't think so many people, well, unless you are a Chelsea fan, saw
I'm
that
not.
coming. Yes. So many actually thought it was a walk in the park for PSG. But what a performance, especially in the first half by Chelsea.
Yeah.
3-0.
Wasn't PSG the ones who defeated Real Madrid?
Exactly.
And then now they were beaten.
Yes, they defeated Real Madrid. They defeated Bayern Munich. So they defeated powerhouses.
Yeah,
And so we
big
knew.
names.
Yeah. So we knew it would be very easy for
walkover.
them. Walkover. Especially when they were taking on the Nduvi FC. We knew this one, but voila. Yeah,
Wow.
So it was a good performance. Kudos to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Well deserved. But that was just a small trophy. So that's what is being reported in the dailies. Grab your favorite copy. Get to read what is happening as well.
All right. Before we continue with the sports any much further, let us just check out the video of the day, because I know Bwana Clive kule kwa radio hashikiki, hasemezeki, haambiliki.
Hi, my friend.
Yeah? Favorite
Yeah, long
flag.
day.
Anyway, let's have a look at the video of the day.